Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Z, and in today's video we'll be talking about relocating to Australia. Before I get into this video, maybe I should just give you guys a bit of a background story, just a summary, I guess. So I am a Zimbabwean who was living in South Africa. So I moved from South Africa last year in April. I think it was on the 16th of April, during the Easter holiday. That's when we left South Africa and we came to Australia. So our journey to come to Australia started, when can I say it started? To be honest, this was not something that we just woke up and one morning and just decided that we want to move, we want to go to Australia. No, it wasn't like that. It has always been my dream, or it was always my dream to come to Australia. So our journey started in 2016, I think. That's when we my partner bought me the IELTS, the English test book, so that I could practice for my English test. At that time, I wasn't really serious about the whole thing. No, it was in 2015. Sorry, I made a mistake. 2015, that's when we got our first English test books, and we were trying to practice and see if we could write the test, so that by the time we get married, soon after the wedding, we'll just leave and come to Australia. We'd leave South Africa and come to Australia. But that was not the case. At that time, I don't think I was really ready for that. I had other things in mind. So what we did is we just put that dream on hold, and then only in 2021, yes, in 2021, that's when I was like, no, I've had enough of South Africa. I want to leave now. Let's just do this whole relocation thing. So our idea, one thing is, I'm telling you guys the story because I want you guys to know that as much as you would want something, you should know that whatever you have planned for yourself, you should always consider God in your plans, because He's the creator. He knows the plans that He has for you, plans for you to prosper and not for you to perish. So those are some of the things that you need to keep in mind, that we might have big dreams, we might have dreams, but if those dreams are not aligned with God's plan, I don't see them working out, because we went through something that made us discover that what we had set out, what we had asked from God, is what God was planning to give us, because we had plans to come to Australia. And what we did in 2021 was we started we were playing around with the idea of coming to Australia. We started doing a little bit of research, and then we're like, no, you know what we should do? We should sell our stuff, move to Netherlands for a year, and then stay there for a year. It will be like a working holiday thing, and we'll be exploring Europe. We'll travel around Europe and everything. So that is what we had in mind at that time, while we wait for our visas to come to Australia, because at that time, remember, we're still in lockdown, and it was just a bit tricky to try and apply and everything. So what we did is we came up with a plan. We're like, let's move to Netherlands. So we tried to go to Netherlands. We did have some connections there. So we tried, it didn't work out. And then we're like, what do? Let's try Dubai. Let's try and move to Dubai. We didn't know, at that time, we didn't know that we were sidetracking, and us making other plans was actually going to probably affect us in some way, or just delay stuff, or maybe just take our time. We're just going to waste our time concentrating on the other move, and then we don't get to do more research on Australia or whatever. I don't know, guys. But then one thing I can tell you is that those plans were not God's plans. So what happened is that we tried to go to Dubai. We thought we were going to leave South Africa around June. I think we thought we're not going to be in South Africa during winter. At that time, we're so excited. We're like, we're going to Dubai. We're going to be in Dubai for a full year and stuff. And then God was like, no, what are you talking about? Didn't you guys say you want to go to Australia? So at that moment, that's when we realized that this was not God's plan. So we're like, okay, fine, let's go back to the drawing board. Let's focus on Australia. And let me tell you, guys, the whole move, the whole relocation journey, it sounds good when you think about it, but like, it's a lot of work. Making other plans like moving to Dubai, moving to Netherlands, going there on a working holiday was probably not a good idea, because we're going to waste a lot of money, because we're going to take it as a holiday. We were planning to have fun. We were planning to travel. And well, that didn't work out because that was not God's plan. So yeah, what we ended up doing is we just focused on the whole Australia thing. So the first, that was a big move for me, was to sell my car. I was like, okay, fine, let's sell my car right now and make sure that we have everything ready for us to leave. There's no need for us to keep this car when we know very well that we're going to leave. So that was the first step I took. I let go of my car, and that's when my partner knew that I was really serious. We were doing the Australia thing. So what we did is we did our research. So let me just stop right there and tell you guys what we are going to be doing from now on. So I'm going to be sharing a little bit of my story, and then we'll talk about the first steps, whatever the next steps and all that. And I'll give you guys some homework. You need to go home and you need to get off this channel when you're done watching this video. Make sure that you go and do your research. So the first thing that you need to do is make sure that whatever plans that you have, like this whole relocation journey to Australia, is aligned with or is aligning with God's plans for you. So, I'm a believer, I'm a Christian, so I do believe in God, and I believe that God is the one that leads us in everything that we do, and He approves things that we want to do. So the first thing I would say is pray about it. Just if this is something that you want to do, go sit down and pray about it. Talk to God. Ask God if this is what He has in mind for you, or if this is God's plan as well. As much as it is your own plan, just ask God if this is His plan as well. So that's step number one. After you've prayed about it and you feel like this is something that you have to do, you know, the signs will show. Like, God will show you that this is what you're supposed to do. I kid you not, guys. When I said I was ready and I wanted to sell my car and everything, I'm ready, I want to go to Australia, this is what I want to do. At first, my partner was not sure if we're ready. But then I was like, no, we're going to do it, and God is going to open doors for us. Let me tell you, the day that I decided that I'm going to sell my car, we put up my car on, what was it? I can't remember the name. Is it Really Eat? Something like that. There's a website in South Africa where you just take photos of your car and then you post it there. We put the car, because we did try and sell it back to the dealership that we bought the car from. I don't want to give you guys, we're not selling this car to you guys, because whatever you're giving us, whatever you're offering us is not enough, because we thought that we could actually get more and we could have some, extra change in our pockets from like whatever the amount that we paid for the car. So what we ended up doing is we put it on Really It, and that was on my birthday. It was on the 5th of January 2021. That's when we put the car on Really It. I can't remember the name. If it's wrong, please correct me in the comment section, but I think it's Really It or something like that. So we put the car on sale. Within about 10 minutes or so, we got buyers. I kid you not, guys. We had a lot of dealers trying to get the car, bidding for the car, and we're like, what the heck? What is going on? And that was on my birthday. So after about 30 minutes, we got a really good offer, and then we called BMW. So we called BMW in 4 ways, and then we said we found a dealer that wants to buy the car for this much. They were shocked. And they were like, there's no way they would offer you that much. Please, guys, make sure that you're not selling this car to make sure they're not scammers. You need to be really sure, because there's no way we were offering you this much, just take it. And we're like, no, we're not going to take that. So we ended up selling it to that dealer, the one that offered us a lot of money. He was in Pretoria, so he was also going to resell the car. So it was just a BMW X3. So we took the car and we took the car to Pretoria, and the dealer paid the money. I was like, I'm not sure, because I don't want to get scammed, and at the end of the day I'm going to be crying. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit and wait for that money to get into the account. So my partner actually went into the office, and I was sitting with my daughter in the car, and then he came out and he was like, the transaction has been made. And I said, I don't see the money in the account. So I had the banking app on, and I didn't see anything. And he was like, yeah, because it's coming from a different bank account, so it's coming from a different bank, so it's gonna take a while for the money to reflect. And I said, I'm not leaving this car. I'm going to be sitting in this car until I see the money. So after about 30 minutes, the money was in, and we called BMW and we told them, excuse me guys, so we called BMW, we told them that the car has been bought, and they actually paid the money and all. And then they were like, oh, good then, and all. So that was it. The car was sold. You plan to make this move to Australia, you need to know that you have to have a big budget. Like, you need to budget a lot of money, because you will need a lot of money. So the next step for us was to decide whether we are going with agents, or we're going to apply this thing. We're going to do the whole application on our own. So we did some research. We went on YouTube, looked for YouTube videos, and we also went on to Google and we did our own search there. And then my partner was like, you know what? I know that a lot of people are saying we don't need agents and all to do this whole application, but what I want to do is I want to engage some agents so that they just go through my stuff, because I'm really busy with my work and all, and I just need someone to go through my stuff and make sure that I have all the documents and all. But we did watch some videos. There were other people that were talking about relocating to Australia, and they were saying that you shouldn't go with agents, because if you decide to go with agents, you should know that you're just going to pay those people to do nothing. Basically what they do is just to go through your work, and they can also make mistakes. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be the government is not going to request for more documents, because they will, and it actually happened. But my partner didn't care about that. All he wanted was just to have someone to double check. So that's one thing that you guys need to decide on, whether you're going with agents or you're just going to do the whole application on your own. So I must say that if you go with agents, it's going to cost you a lot of money. I'm going to check on my phone right now. I'll tell you guys, I'll let you guys know just now in a second. I'll tell you how much the agents quoted us on this whole relocation thing. And these prices that I'm going to be giving you guys, so these prices for 2021. So the agents said this was in January 2021. The quote that we got from the agents, this company was in South Africa, so they quoted us for everything. They quoted us 152,694 rands. This included the visa application, the skills assessment, I don't know if they were going to do anything about the police clearance, just to let us know that we need to do that, and also the English test to tell us when we have to do that. And I don't know what else, like I wouldn't know like the breakdown, but I know that that's how much they quoted us. So what we did is we engaged the agents, and so you, with the agents, they charge you, they give you a quote, and then you pay per stage, right? So the first stage for us was, because we are in the IT industry, the first stage for us was to get the skills assessment. So I do know that it's different depending on the field that you're in. We paid the agents 20,000 rands, and they walked us through the whole thing of like collecting documents. Let me tell you, these agents, you're just gonna be wasting your money, to be honest. Don't do it. If you feel like you need the money, you need to save it for other things, please don't go with the agents, because all they did was to just tell us, like they were just reading from the website, because everything is on the government website. So they were just reading, for the skills assessment, you get the information on the body, like whatever body that you fall under, like if it's an IT thing. We found all the information, they had all the information on there, and they were like there was a list, a checklist. So what the agents actually do is to go through the checklist with you, make sure that you have all your tax documents, you have referrals from your employers, previous employers and stuff like that. You make sure that you've got some pay slips, I think. I can't remember all the other documents, but you guys just need to go and do your research, because you also need to do your part. All I'm going to tell you guys is where to find the information. So right now I'm just gonna leave the first video right here. This is where we're going to end. So the first thing that I want you guys to go out there and do is go and pray. Go and pray, talk to God, ask God if these plans are aligning with his plans for you. Secondly, I need you guys to go onto the government website to go and take a look at because all the information is on the government website. No one can do that for you. Even if you decide to hire agents to help you, they cannot do anything for you. You have to do the work. You have to get all the documents. All they can do is just to guide you and go through your documents, just to make sure that you've given them everything that is required. And mind you, whoever is looking at your documents can ask for more information. So, and it happened to us. So yeah, it's not something to be worried about anyway. But if you feel like you can't do it on your own, you don't have a lot of time on your hands, yeah, sure, go for the agents, because yeah, it did really help us. So the next thing that you have to do is just to go into the government website, have a look at the programs that are there, because everything has to do with the skills. Go into Google, search for homeaffairs.gov.au, and then let me just confirm if that's the correct website. Is it Home Affairs? Yeah, that's the right one. Yeah, go to emi.homeaffairs.gov.au. So you need to go into that website. That's where you'll find all the information. You have to go into the website and do everything for yourself. You can get agents that will submit the documents, but that doesn't guarantee that you get the visa. Like, you just need to go into the website. Depends on how much you want this. If you know that you want it really bad, you will have no problems with doing the research. So I advise you guys to go into the website, search for visas, and also search for the critical skills list, because this list changes. I'm going to talk more about the critical skills list in my next video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure that you comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.